Welcome. This is Mr. Perry as we continue with our science track, ecosystems, plant and animal interactions. And we covered quite a bit in our last reading, so we're going to do just an ever so quick review, starting with slide number 4, which was plant and animal interactions in ecosystems. An ecosystem is all the living or biotic and non-living abiotic things, from plants and animals to microscopic organisms that share an environment. And we have producers, or organisms that produce their own food, for example, green plants and grass and the like. And we have consumers, which are organisms that get their food from others. Example, insects, mice, birds, and mammals like us. And the ecosystem players, we have a decomposer, and organisms that break down organic material like soil. An omnivore, an organism that both eats plants and animals. A carnivore, organisms that eat primarily meat. And a herbivore, or organisms that eat plants. So we're going to fast forward up to slide number 12. And we're going to look at food relationships, food chains, and webs. And what is a food chain? Well, food energy is transferred from a producer to a consumer by being eaten. And as you can see here, we have a grass. It's eaten by a grasshopper, which is eaten by a frog, which is eaten by a snake, which in turn is eaten by an eagle. Food chain. The energy transfer in food chains and webs, you have the trophic levels, a feeding level in a food chain or pyramid that shows how energy is transferred in an ecosystem. Now, each time an organism is eaten by another, energy is lost due to that organism using some of the energy to live. And to balance energy, there are fewer tertiary consumers or predators in a food chain than primary producers and consumers. Trophic levels or energy transfer in ecosystems. First trophic level is the producer. It makes its own food, like plants. Second trophic level is primary consumer, which eats the producers. The third trophic level, or secondary consumer, eats the primary consumer, like snakes eat mice. And the fourth trophic level is the tertiary consumer. It eats the secondary consumers, like hawks eat snakes. Here's an example. In all ecosystems, food chains, webs, and pyramids, the most energy is found at the plant level. Energy is lost the further you are away from that plant level. And as you can see here, at the bottom level, we have the plant, which gets its energy from the sun. And those plants are eaten by rabbits, which are in turn eaten by snakes, which in turn are eaten by eagles or other birds of prey. Trophic level pyramid. This is showing energy transfer. An energy pyramid shows there is more energy at the bottom, down here, where plants are, because they create food energy directly from the sun. The farther you are from the plant level, the less energy there is available. And we have a food relationship, a food web. And in a food web, energy transfer is shown in a series of interconnected food chains in an ecosystem. And again, we have the carrot, which is eaten by the rabbit, and then the rabbit is eaten by the fox, and it shows a relationship between the grass and the rabbit, and the grass and the grasshopper, etc. So there you have it. This is a short section. It is food relationships and how they interconnect in our ecosystems. Okay, you have it. There is most of what you need to cover, and don't forget to watch the videos as well. Okay, hit it and quit it. Let's go.